Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome in. We are having a live watch party. Very soon after season 4. At least that's how it feels. A little bit later than I was going to do. I had some technical difficulties. I wasn't able to get all, I like to get a bunch of screenshots and stuff, and I wasn't able to get them all just because of some stuff messed up. But anyway, just finished Jim Tim. Hated this season. Cobra Kai Stranger Things talk reaction, okay? Jim Tim, no words. Yeah. So, something I've noticed that I observed, it is now definitely for me anyway a running pattern since season 2. Thank you everyone for coming in. Since season 2, every time you get to the end of the season, no spoilers, please. No, this. Oh yeah. Oh, I should change the title. Yeah, it's gonna be spoilers everywhere. If you haven't seen the season yet, you may want to go away. Oh shit. I'm sorry. You know what? Sorry guys. I'm gonna just try and add it to the title or something. Give me a second. Yeah. It's spoilers. I forgot. I should have put spoilers on there. Sorry guys. Yeah, if you haven't finished this season, please, I don't want you to get spoiled. It's definitely give it to yourself. You can come back. There'll be more videos. There'll be more live streams. You can come back. There's gonna be spoilers. Hold on. Shoot. Sorry, guys. I should have put spoilers in the title. Reaction with spoilers. It's gonna say now. Okay. Reaction with spoilers. It's spoilers. Sorry, guys. Kenny Bowie, all your theories were true. Many were true. I did get some things wrong. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay. Well, I said they're spoilers. If you just saw that, you got spoiled. So, you don't have Netflix, Lucas. They do give a free trial, I think. Get the free trial and binge the whole series. Cobra Kai World. I bet you were happy. Cobra Kai World. Okay, where was I? Oh, so what I was saying is, Cobra Kai. What was I saying? Oh, since season 2 of Cobra Kai, every like when you get to the end, like for seasons 2, 3, and 4 now, it's like it's such a mind warp. You almost have to sit there and just think and try to process what the hell you just saw. Like I've had to do that now 2, 3, 4, and I just finished. I didn't finish too long ago. I did take a break in the middle. Zork, the Dark One. I really loved how Tory genuinely tried to make sure Sam was okay. Yeah, right after the fight. Even if she was only doing it for Amanda, it's nice to see a positive influence on her. And I don't even think she was doing it for Amanda. I do think it was it was a moment of like genuine on Tory. These this slideshow is probably going to get not a whole lot of pics in it. But I do think where was I? I do think where was I, guys? Yeah, it was genuine. the season always just like ends with you on this sort of like mind fuck. You're like, oh my God, what just happened? And you just got to sit there and think about it. Like think, and process it. And it just takes a while. Shelly Campbell, thank you. Cobra Kid. So Terry did dirty to Kreese. Right. And it's sort of what I predicted. I actually thought he was going to do dirtier. I thought he was just going to go to take Kreese out. So what actually happened was a little interesting. I mean, I definitely thought Silver would move to take out Kreese, right? He did it in a very different way than I thought. I thought he would go, all no mercy. Season 4, emotional. Yeah, Bobby Digital, I agree. You loved Robbie and Tory's relationship. Yeah. It was a slow burn for them. But that's something I got completely wrong. See, I was just scrolling through my comments and I get comments like, wow, you got everything right. And then I get comments, dude, you were dead wrong all the time. For example, with prom, if you saw I said straight out, wow, there's no way they're going to fight in these dresses. Like, look at that. I'm like, look at that. They're not going to go fighting in these dresses. And then what happens? Like, they're going all psycho on each other. So it's like, yeah, I was completely wrong here. I thought there's no way in the world they would fight in those dresses. Like, it's like, so I was wrong. I mean, I was wrong about plenty. I got plenty right too. Hawk winning the All Valley was such a shocker. Yeah, except it just seemed like, this is what I got to process. I mean, it seemed like when Miguel didn't show up, I realized, oh, so Hawk is going to win this one. The suspense went in a different direction than I thought it was going to go. So, wait, hold on one second. Shelly Campbell, can you explain your thoughts on why Miguel didn't come back to the fight after the minute? It was such a roller coaster. Okay, Shelly, thank you for that. And yeah, that's exactly where I was going to. And it's a really, do I have a picture of that? I don't think I have a, sorry. I don't even have I don't have the shots I wanted because of technical problems. But Miguel not coming back, it was a shocker. And it was definitely, on Johnny. Johnny's pushing him. He didn't come back. And it makes me sad for Miguel. Like I'm Miguel. So for those of you who don't know, the other day, when the heck was it? I don't know. Hayden came in the live stream. I guess it was when they showed the first episode. Hayden came in the live stream and he said, forget the detective, forget the sleuthing and predicting. Like, just Hayden asked me, as a fan, who do you want to win? That's what Hayden asked. Like, who do you want to win? And as a fan, and I said Miguel, because as a fan since season 2, I've always wanted Miguel to come back and win the second time through. Just real quick, Dark, Kenny is a good character. He was a new kid who rose up with the boys and kicked LaRusso's ass, but Kenny made Robbie lose, sadly. Yes, in a way, and I'll get to that. And I agree. I actually really liked Kenny. I maybe even liked Kenny more than Kenny's storyline, if that makes sense. But that's for another time. Into Miguel. So Hayden asked me straight up, like, who, just as a fan, who do you want to win? And I said Miguel, just pure as a fan. Like, where was my heart? Not the detective, not the sleuthing, not what you think they're going to do. Just as a fan. Where's your heart? And my heart was with Miguel. It had been with Miguel since season 2, since he was injured. I wanted Miguel to come back, and make it. And, I really don't like cry or something. And I didn't quite cry, but man, at the end of episode 9, when he collapsed or something, and boy, that was a massive pull at the heartstrings. Like, boy, was that like a massive pull at the heartstrings. It was a great moment. It was a little bit of false suspense. It ended up not being realistically that serious. Then we learn in the next episode, he just pulled a muscle or whatever. But it certainly, in the moment, it really pulled you. And as a fan, I was a big fan of Miguel. And I was disappointed, Miguel didn't come back to fight. And it was because of Johnny. But at the same time, I was sitting there thinking like, well, Miguel, don't throw it away for yourself because of Johnny. But I mean, I guess in the way, if you look at it from Miguel's perspective, he didn't have anything to prove. He was thinking about other things. Obviously, he was thinking about his own dad and maybe his own life, and it just wasn't as important to him. But I do feel like I really wanted, I wanted Miguel to fight, and I felt sad that he didn't come back. Just even if he came back and lost or something because he was injured or something, I might have been okay with that. But man, boy, that was really sad. Miguel didn't come back. Silver Princess, do you think Sam and Tory could have a Goku and Vegeta style relationship? I'm going to be honest, I don't know what that means, Goku and Vegeta. So you're going to, Silver Princess, if you could explain what that means. Thank you. But then once he didn't come back, and so now it's like the way they have this set up, and I'll get to the whole way the All Valley was set up. I'm sitting there thinking, well, I guess Cobra Kai only has to win one. I guess Eli Hawk is going to win this. It was definitely a little confusing. Joseph Citadino. So with Robbie likely to be in Mexico in season 5, what do you think the new main boy for Cobra Kai? Kyler, maybe Kenny. Yeah, maybe Kenny. We'll have to figure out. When Joseph, when we get to thinking about forward to season 5, but I'll just tell you, Red, I don't think Robbie's going to be in Mexico right away. Anyway, I don't think so. So we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. But where was my train of thought? So if their goal, which obviously it was, is to create a sense of uncertainty, I do think there was some uncertainty. So I was a little bit unsure, even though I was like, well, I guess, Eli is going to win because they have another match. And if Robbie wins, then Cobra Kai is going to win the overall championship. I don't know about that overall championship. So it seemed like Eli was going to win. So the way Robbie wins, or not, I mean, the way Eli wins, Robbie almost had a moment where he could have won, and he hesitated, and whoever said earlier, it was kind of almost because of Kenny. He saw, and it goes back to something I said almost literally a year ago now. And I said, like, Robbie saves Cobra Kai. Robbie is always going to be Robbie. And I do think that Robbie is always Robbie. He as much as Cobra Kai as he wasn't all the way, and it caused him to hesitate, and it caused him to lose the match in his hesitation. So that's good for Eli. I've always said, for those who remember, Hawk is my number one fan, or my number one character. He's always been my favorite. It still is. Which is really well done. So Hawk is definitely my number one character. And he won the All Valley, which was great. And it was based on Robbie, realizing it was pushing too far, right? This season was the Super Bowl. It was great. So that was definitely Eli winning. Eli-Hawk. I still like to call him Hawk, even though he fought as Eli Moskowitz. I do think, just about the season too, just broadly, like I was loving it. I mean, I really love the season. It's probably, I would rank it maybe the best since season 1. I think I'll have to figure out I got to process the ending too, but certainly the first 4 or 5 episodes, man, it was just going so strong. I was loving everything. I was loving the team up, the working together, the combined dojos, everything. It's, the back half of the season is when they start like pushing towards the plot, pushing towards the end, which is fine. But like it was just pure fun for me. Like definitely like the first 5 episodes, like all this was pure fun for me. I enjoyed this so much. Like I definitely think like the first half of the season was as strong as it was in season 1, where I, just absolutely fell in love with the show. So it was great. I really thought the emotional moments hit harder than any other season. The moments with Johnny Miguel were especially heartbreaking. Yeah. In the end with Miguel going off, and like I said, with Miguel, choosing not to come back, it was really, really kind of hard. It's that really hit harder than he anticipated. Who thought Julia Pierce was going to show up at the grave instead of Chosen? Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be Chosen, but then I admit there was a brief moment where I thought it would be Julie, but I did think it was going to be Chosen, because I had been thinking, sort of my idea was always going to be Daniel and Chosen expanding Miyagi-Do. So as Cobra Kai expands bigger and bigger and goes wide, Miyagi-Do does too. And that's going to be Chosen. He's the one who could do that. So definitely, I thought that was a great moment. Robbie and Tory made a sort of face turn at the end. I don't know, at the end of what? What are you referring to? Sean Swaby. I know I'm missing some of the chat just because it's hard. You get lost in your own thoughts going through all this. Next All Valley, Kenny versus Anthony, maybe. Do you think Honk will get his hair back in season 5? Yeah. The Hawk never truly goes away forever. Thought Mike Barnes was going to appear when Kreese got arrested. I'll be honest with you. I sort of too. I thought maybe Mike Barnes would show up. Silver destroyed Stingray. Yes, he did. I love how Johnny helped Daniel unleash his inner eagle, especially on Anthony. Yeah. And Anthony. For sure. Oh boy. Where are we? Oh. That's a nice Dimitri. Yasmin is so into Dimitri. Like she's gone all in on Dimitri. Like that was pretty crazy. Will Daniel change his dojo name? No, I don't think so. It's always going to be Miyagi-Do. And I do think as I was thinking about it after, I do think they wanted Miyagi-Do to get a win somewhere in there. It ends up Johnny walked away with nothing, which is disheartening. You would want Eagle Fang to win something, but in the end, I think Eagle Fang is shutting down having won nothing. So, can you predict what will happen in season 5? Eventually, yes. Guys, you're in 2022. Oh, wow. Welcome to the future. You must be, where are you, in Australia or somewhere? Do you think Kenny will be the next bully? Maybe. We'll see. It's still kind of processing season 4 here. I can't quite start thinking about season 5 yet. It's not Hawk, it's Eli. The Hawk never dies. But a little motivation from Moon. I actually think the little motivation from Moon was key for Eli. Squidward wins the tournament. Miguel and Sam spent all their prom being jealous and throwing it at each other. Yeah, they kind of did. They really did. And like I said, I got predictions wrong. I said there would be no fight. And boy, was I wrong on that one. Johnny did with something his son. Yes. Wild Man Beyond. That is correct. And it's actually something I vaguely said, although it's just, man, it happened in such a different way than I thought. So I was thinking like Johnny's back at Cobra Kai. Johnny reunites with Robbie, and he does it to reunite with Robbie. So he did reunite with Robbie, just in a very, very different way than I was anticipating. So that's definitely the way works. This is a good moment. Is it me or did Terry take an odd liking to Kenny? He was his team in the dojo, and in Kenny's matches, he was the coach. Maybe they'll have a bond. Yeah, they did. But I also think like Terry saw Kenny was Robbie's weakness. See, Kreese loved Robbie and was all about Robbie because Robbie's so good. But, Terry knew Kenny was Robbie's weakness. And he was, even through the final match with the Hawk. Even in the final match with Hawk, in the end, Robbie felt bad about what Kenny was becoming. Please don't spam the chat. So let's see here. Wildman, I want Yasmin to have a character arc in Miyagi-Do. She'd be perfect addition. Yeah, I don't think Yasmin's a fighter. I don't think it'll go that way. Maybe yoga, but not fighting. Is Mike Miguel's father? No. That was asked by someone named Mike Barnes. No, it's definitely not Mike Barnes. So let's see. Where are we? So, well, let me ask you guys, like, what was just some of your favorite parts of the season? Joni fixed Mexican dinner. Yeah, he did. I actually liked that. What were some of your favorite parts? Let's just, see in the chat. Michael T. Flex, I don't know what happened. Be careful with the, whatever happened. It thinks you used language. The Silver twist was expected but unexpected. Yeah. Like you thought something was going to happen. Silver was going to seize control. I was certain of that. I just didn't know how. Great season. Griffiths was fantastic as Silver. Johnny training montage was great. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Do I have that? Well, I have this one. I expect Robbie and Miguel to be Eagle Fang. Devon's a great addition. Devon was cut so short. Like the reason she wasn't in the trailer is because there wasn't really a whole lot going on with her character. It just kind of felt thrown in. Where do you think Tory will go from here? I guess she's going to stay in Cobra Kai. Oh, so, something that I had always been thinking about before this season. I was thinking, because I was wondering what's going to happen with these two. And I was wondering if, we knew there's going to be a little bit more about Tory's story here. And I was wondering how would Sam react to that. And I was always wondering if Sam would throw the fight or something for Tory to win. Now she didn't, but then something else happened that I was in the back of my head. I never mentioned it because I didn't think they would go there where, in the end, Terry had paid off the ref and it taints the whole thing. And I didn't want it tainted, even on some level, Tory won but almost fair and square. I mean, it was almost fair and square, but like it was all sort of tainted, and I never wanted that. I wanted like a clean win, but you aren't going to get a clean win. They aren't going to give you what you want. And then Tory sees that, and how is she going to react to that going into season 5? I don't know. That's actually kind of interesting. I don't know. Carrie Underwood did not see that coming. Yeah, I did not see that coming either. Fun little moment there, but yeah. Miguel didn't have much fighting, training, screen time compared to others. I would agree with that. I mean, he was scaled back a little bit this season. For as much as was going on, I feel like there was less Miguel. And like I was saying at the beginning of this stream, Hayden asked me, forget all the sleuthing, forget all like the theories and predictions, just as a fan, where's your heart? Who do you want to win? And, and I said Miguel, and it had been Miguel since season 2. And so my heart is a little let down from this season because of that. I was, my heart is Team Miguel since season 1. So watch party, you are a critic. Say something this season was so bad, too many plot points. Deleted because of the emotes. Yeah, if you put too many emotes in your message, it's going to delete it. And it's set up that way because I hate when people just put all these emotes in. But I don't think it was bad. I really enjoyed it. I certainly was just loving the first half. Like the first half was as good as the first half of season 1, which was like mind blowing the way it brought me in. Mr. Mulligan, keep it up. Thank you very much, Mr. Mulligan. I will. So I certainly loved, like the first half was just so amazing. I was just enjoying every minute of it. And I can't put that down. Like I loved every minute of it. It's the second half, is when they start, pushing more the plot points, pushing things. There was definitely a lot of emotion. As a Hawk fan, this is like a tormenting image. This is very tormenting. But I liked the way it went. I liked that Dimitri. So I had actually casually mentioned it in a video. So some people may have not, but I never made a big deal out of it, that I felt like, that Miyagi-Do may need a male fighter, and maybe it was Hawk. And that's actually exactly what happened. And I do like, Dimitri and Hawk here in this moment that, he brings them back. So I really like that. And I loved Hawk in episode 1. It was his idea to build a sparring platform. That's great. I really loved Hawk this season, which even though I love Hawk, like my heart was with Miguel for Miguel to win the trophy, but Hawk won it. So I guess I can take that as like a second place. But then I was predicting Robbie would win, because then part of me really wanted just Robbie to win, because I feel like Robbie needs a win. Robbie took second 2 years in a row. Like that's just, that's kind of like such a shame, taking second 2 years in a row. That's what Robbie did. So that's really kind of sad in a way, especially because his father is so defined by his second place too. Daniel, and now Robbie has 2 second places, one to Miguel and one to Hawk. I still think Robbie should not have gone to Johnny so quickly. Maybe. But, in the thing I predicted from the very beginning is Robbie would always stay Robbie. So in a way, even though like I thought he was going to win the tournament, I was right in the sense that Robbie was always going to be Robbie. So I am happy I got that right. I just, part of me did want Robbie to win because I felt like he needed a win, but I love they made the All Valley the Super Bowl by adding Carrie Underwood, because it was like her singing the national anthem. Yeah, The song was the perfect anthem for the All Valley. You can see it in the lyrics. I'll have to read the lyrics. I'm not the biggest music Carrie Underwood. I know of Carrie Underwood, but I gotta look back at that, rewatch that. I haven't even had. I mean, I've watched it once, so I haven't seen anything like twice. But what do you think of Stingray? He was a little bit John Wells. Yes. What do I think of Stingray? He was in it a little bit more than I thought. I thought he was going to come in for a little bit comedy. I thought he was, Stingray was going to be a little bit more comedy. Obviously, he was. They used him a little bit more, for plot devices and setting up Kreese there. So I wasn't expecting that. In that fight, when Terry Silver kicks his butt in the dojo, I didn't expect that. I actually thought that was something else. Do you think Sam will change partners again? No, I don't know what you're saying. Sean versus Hawk. Actually, although now I'm sitting here thinking of Sam, do you think Miguel told Sam he was leaving for Mexico City? I guess not. And it seems kind of sad, actually. They did seem a little bit back together, but no, she's not going to change partners. Well, who knows? Well, no, I don't think so. I mean, I think she's dedicated to Robbie. I don't have a shot of it, but this LaRusso stuff was great. And I'm such a fool. Like, I didn't realize, that his sister, the other cousin, the psychologist was Julia Maggio. It was Machio. It was Ralph's daughter played that. I was like, I don't even know. How do I not pick up on that? I saw it in the credits. I thought, oh shit, that was Julia Maggio. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm not good at sometimes. Sometimes I miss things. But I wish I had a picture. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm sure you can tell she enjoyed playing that too. You can just tell she was having fun as a performer there. So stoked Chosen is back. Yes, that is something I had actually been predicting. There was like a vague leak that Chosen Yu-Gi-Oh was on the set of season 5, and I had been expecting a long time. Cobra Kai is going to be expanding, and at the same time, Daniel is going to team up with Chosen, and he's going to expand too. So it's like it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So I had expected that. When Hawk lost, yeah, you cried when Hawk lost his mohawk, Pete. Definitely. It was sad. The Hawk never dies. Oh, I was a little surprised by Piper. The whole, see, like episode 6, the whole getting the girl and they were gonna get Piper and she was gonna join, but then Cobra Kai had better swag essentially, and like it was amusing. I think it's it's being played for comedy, and it was kind of amusing, but like it was also a little frustrating. And there was really more time spent on Piper for her to just randomly end up in Cobra Kai than there was on Devon, who's supposedly an important character here. I didn't really, Devon's storyline actually I liked the least. So Sam thought she was better off because she knew offense. Yes, certainly, and she was able to use it. Tristan Merrills, what is your favorite season? I think what I'm thinking right now is I would say this is the second best season. I may say season 1, season 4, season 2, season 3 is how I would rank them right now. Season 1, season 4, season 2, season 3. Neasley Unicorns, Devon was kind of rushed. Yeah. It was rushed, and it didn't really go anywhere either. Like, I mean, part of the reason it was rushed is because there was nowhere for it to go. She was just like kicking the guys in the balls at the. I mean, like it's like I said, it was all played for comedy. It was like funny, but there. Okay. It's like played for comedy, and it was kind of funny, but like you didn't really know anything. There's no depth. It was just kind of it was just rushed, and nothing really there. Rune Walls, I like Kenny's story. I do like it too. I did like Kenny's story, and I really liked Kenny. I liked Kenny more than some of his scenes. Like I wasn't buying like the opening scene where everyone's laughing at him on the bus because he was dancing, because I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, is literally everyone on the bus like looking out the window as it's pulling up to each stop? Like it didn't seem believable to me. So it was a little bit like, well, come on. Like they were forcing it. They were like forcing the whole bully part of it, the whole bully angle, it was kind of being rushed and forced. But I did really like Kenny. So Devon was rushed and thrown in. Yeah. I mean, I pretty much agree. I don't know. There's really no other way to describe it. She was just there. Thenura Rivendra? Do you have a time machine or psychic powers? Who told you about it? You predicted like 90% of season 4. Well done. I LOL'd when they said Silver was on Coke and Karate Kid 3. Yes, that was. I love that line. Hope Miguel gets to fight Robbie in a proper rematch. Yeah, I don't know about that, but definitely. Thank you. Thank you for that. I don't see season 5 going towards a rematch with Miguel and Robbie, but yeah, you just never know, do you? Yeah, and I loved the Coke line too. It's one of my favorite lines, certainly of season 1. Just sort of explaining away Terry Silver. Watch Party fan page. I cried so much times in episode 10. Yeah. What really got for me was the end of episode 9 when Miguel collapsed. I admit I wasn't expecting it, and I was like, holy shit. That was sad. Oh, when each couple had the moment at the pool, do you think it was foreshadowing? Like this? I don't know. Did Sam and Robbie have a moment? Like at least like Miguel and Tory, I know, looked at each other right here. Like I went and grabbed it. I don't remember if Sam and Robbie had a similar moment. He came at Miguel and she kind of blocked him. And she said something. What did she say that I didn't like? Oh, she said I broke your heart, but you broke mine too. And I didn't really get that. I'm going to have to think about that because I'm not even sure what she's saying. Dark asks, what if Kreese turned on Silver when Silver was beating the crap out of Johnny and Silver and Kreese fought? Well, that's what I thought they were going to fight, actually. I was really looking forward to the fight. But what if... But Kreese wasn't exactly going to do that. But yeah, a line from Sam, just going back to this here, when she says, I broke your heart, but you broke mine too, just really struck me as like, whoa, what is she even talking about? I don't even know. I'll have to think about it. They were mad. Like I said, I got this wrong. I said they would never be fighting at prom. Like I was like, oh, they're not going to fight in those dresses. Come on, get real. Get real, people. Be real. Tori's not going to fight in that dress. Sam's not going to fight in that dress. The guys aren't fighting in their tuxes. Get real. See, Watch Party gets things wrong. Always remember, Watch Party gets things wrong. He said there's no way they're fighting in those dresses. What the hell do I know? Nothing. I know nothing. Jesus Christ. What a scene. Yeah. I was like, well, come on. They're not going to fight in that. Give me a break. This one surprised me. I was surprised Aisha was there. Like, it was actually funny in the shot when Sam's walking up to the house. Like, I thought, where the heck is she? Where's she going? I actually thought she was going to her grandma's. Lucille, Grandma LaRusso. Like, she was going to seek her out. I was like, okay. And then Aisha was at the door. It's kind of an interesting scene because Aisha's talking about like how there was another girl like Yasmin and she thought, oh, here we go again. But then she kind of struck first and got on her good side. And now they're good friends, and it worked out. And then like Sam's like that. Yeah. Johnny Lawrence. And then she kind of turned around. It was very different with Tory. She didn't try to make the move. She tried to essentially assert dominance over Tory in a scene that I actually had to watch twice. But, and then it didn't go anywhere, which was kind of like, what was the point? It didn't go anywhere. But, Season 2, Season 1, Season 3, Season 4. For those who didn't like Season 4, and I've gotten a few comments, what is it you didn't like about it? Go ahead and just let me know. Bobby Digital, do you see how they're merging all the characters we love all to one side for Season 5? Where was Tom Cole? I mean, Tom Cole is running his car dealership. He's not exactly a major character, so I don't know. Do you think Robbie will leave Cobra Kai? Yes. On some level, yes. I think Robbie came back to Johnny. What was your favorite episode of the season? Wow. I don't know. I may have to think about it. It might even be episode 2. I did really like that one. Episode 1. I loved so much of the first half. So that's a hard one. Watch Party fan page. Best fan page on Instagram. Dark, what if Johnny seeked Aisha out to ask her to join Eagle Fang instead of Devon? Yeah, actually I would have liked it, but I don't think Aisha's parents would have gone for it. She's up in Santa Barbara, which is kind of like impractical, so I don't think it was an option. Sandra Rivandra, why would Kenny even get bullied for funny dancing? This is normal among kids who do TikTok. Seems strange. Yeah, that's why I say, like, I really liked Kenny more than I liked some of his storyline in some of his scenes. That really felt like it really just felt like they were forcing it. It's like they need something, they're just going to force it. And the whole bus is like laughing at him. It really struck me as like, really? It didn't strike me as authentic or real, Like I really felt like that was being forced. So I agree. Kenny, I really enjoyed. Some of his storyline I felt was just too forced. To expand on that, like some of this stuff, like when Anthony stole Kenny's clothes in the locker room or something, and I actually thought, like, wait, did the school not call? Like, did they never find out Anthony was the one who stole it? Like that seemed like so forcing it. Like how did Daniel not know that's what happened? Like, how did the school not get informed? Like it would be kind of a serious thing in a school. Like they were forcing these plot points and you can feel it. You can feel they're forcing it, and it just wasn't, unfortunately, as natural. Although I did like the character, and I liked the idea of the story, but like there certain plot points were getting forced. Like I don't see how the school doesn't call Daniel, when Anthony steals his clothes from the locker room and runs off. Give me a break. Like, come on. Like, I thought, what happened? Wild Men Beyond. I thought they were going to play Glory of Love or Listen to Your Heart Prom. No. Definitely not Glory of Love. They've said that song is a Daniel Kumiko song, so that's not going to come back. Mark McConaughey. I know this will probably be an unpopular point of view. I think season 4 is the worst. The kid stuff is getting old, and besides, Hawk winning the tournament sucked. Yeah, and I'm the biggest Hawk fan, but there was a lot of like disappointment on the way to Hawk winning. And I Hawk, Eli, whatever you want to call him, I've always said he's my favorite character, but like there was a lot of like disappointing moments for him to win on the way. Like I love Hawk. I'm glad he won, but like it took so much disappointment on the way. Especially Miguel not going to compete. I feel like Miguel owed it to himself to compete, his recovery and everything. And then he didn't. Prom scene was overhyped, probably. It was fun. They are good dancers, by the way. I thought that was good dancing from Tory and Robbie. Do you think Devon will get more development in season 5? If Johnny is going to Mexico to look for Miguel, what is Devon going to do? I don't know. Devon was the weakest part of the whole season. She was really just felt like she was thrown in. They needed a girl fighter. They thought, the scenes, the whole thing was played for comedy. It's funny, but like there was no depth. So we got the laughs, but we didn't get any depth. Which scene do you think William and Martin changed? That's a good question. I do strongly think it's the scene when they're in the tunnel and Kreese is talking about the 84 All Valley. So I assume that's the scene. You were, I couldn't let you lose, and I gotta watch it again. I can't quite remember what they said, but my assumption is that was the scene. If it's not, I'm not sure. He thought Daniel was going to heal Miguel so he could fight. No, but it wasn't like that type of injury either that he could heal. I just, Miguel chose not to fight because of the pressure Johnny was putting on him. Like, and I get that, but at the same time, you would want Miguel to go and fight and try to win, for himself. So. Robbie Tory season 5. Yeah, I don't know where Robbie's going. If Robbie leaves, with Johnny, they're gone. Does that mean Robbie and Sam get back together? Oh boy. Hopefully not. I hope they don't necessarily want it to go that way. Tournament was way overdone with Carrie Underwood, and it was too fake for me, not the spirit of the All Valley. Mark, Carrie Underwood didn't bother me, but you know what did bother me? Or just sort of the way I felt. For it being the biggest All Valley ever, like I felt like despite it being the biggest All Valley, it felt actually smaller. They're like, oh, this is the biggest All Valley. But weirdly, it felt to me smaller. Like I just didn't get the sense of like scale, which is weird because you think, no, they're like making it big. But like I wasn't getting that sense of scale and size. Like it all felt like, like in the matches in season 1, it's like they're fighting and then you see all the other matches in the background or something. You know, and that wasn't going on this time for the most part. It was just, it didn't have the scale, despite the fact that they're being like, oh, it's the biggest ever. Jade Kisses didn't care for Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood getting bad reviews here in this one, in this stream. The mats felt smaller. Yeah. See, like the preliminary rounds were fought on smaller mats than these rounds. It's kind of awkward, but I guess it was that way before too. But like, I don't know. It's so weird. Just, yeah, like the scale, everything actually felt smaller, despite the fact that like it's supposed to be bigger. Colonel Dugan next season, maybe, but I honestly think he maybe come in a little bit later. Maybe because the girls were the last ones to fight. Not necessarily. I don't think necessarily that. But you know, in as far as like the whole bet and like the trophy and everything, and it's like there's this point system that's never explained. So like there's this point system that's never explained, but it does seem like had Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang just joined as one dojo, had they just joined as one dojo, they would have had enough points to win combined. Like if they had combined, they would have won. Like had Devon done the math, they would have had enough points. And that's a little weird. Juan, I think they made Robbie lose more than they made Hawk win. I don't know if you get me, but it's like the plot needed Robbie to lose rather than Hawk win. You're kind of right. And like I said, when it got to the point where it was Hawk and Robbie here, you just kind of like, no, oh yeah, I guess Hawk is going to win, because if Robbie wins now, you know, then Cobra Kai wins. Which is sort of the way I thought it was going to be, except I thought it was going to be reversed. I thought it was going to be Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang coming in with the sort of advantage, and then Cobra Kai had to win. But so it was reversed. Rhino, I don't know what Tory will do. Like I said, I had in the back of my head, if Tory won, I didn't want Tory's victory to be kind of like corrupted, or tainted, because I was always afraid Sam may feel bad for Tory and throw the match or something. She didn't do that, but then the second thing happened, that the ref was a little bit, being paid off. So, Wild Man Beyond, Tory and Robbie are a perfect couple. Well, I guess they agree, right? They thought so. Yeah, I don't like. It hurts. I mean, Tory still scored points and won, but it was a little bit tainted. Didn't you love Thomasine Griffith? We fought Billy. Yeah, I mean Thomasine Griffith was great through the whole season. In the Hawk Kyler fight, his scar disappeared. I don't know. I didn't check. Who was your favorite character for the season? Definitely loved, Terry Silver. I actually really liked Kreese. I mean, I liked a lot of them. And then a lot of them frustrated me. Definitely, loved Hawk too. I love Hawk. But there was, weirdly, his win took a lot of disappointment on the way to get there. You hate how Hawk joined Miyagi-Do. Yeah, I was thinking that Hawk or Miyagi-Do may need a top male fighter, and it would be him. That was kind of my thoughts. Which I mentioned, but like I never put a lot of emphasis on, so it may not have come across. Did Netflix order Robbie and Eli to remove? No, I don't think Netflix ordered it. Just kind of like badass moment there. Two badass fighters, and he's still got the hawk on his back. You know, he's still got the back tattoo. Bobby Digital, stop spamming the same question. I already answered it. Will there be another All Valley? I don't necessarily think so. You know, it may depend on how the show goes, but most of these characters would age out now, so they aren't going to be eligible. So I don't. Wished Hawk took his shirt off earlier. There's a lot of fangirls who may agree with you. So, brutal. Brutal. But, there's Hawk's purple. You know what was funny as I was thinking, like, Hawk didn't have his hair purple like this very long, you know, but it just happened to be when Jacob was like signing that stuff and the color got out. Like, so it was kind of weird. You know, it's very short, but it just happened to be that got out. Juan, Sam said you broke my heart too while Miguel was standing right there. Yeah, that line is really struck me as bizarre. Loved Kenny at the beginning, didn't like him as he got more aggressive. Yeah, Kenny was taking that sort of Cobra Kai path. Kind of, you know, and Anthony tried to make amends, but, you know, Kenny didn't go for it. Kenny, you know, beat him. You know, it's sad. Cobra Kai really wish he got more purple Hawk. I kind of agree. Wildman Beyond, I was disappointed Sensei's didn't fight. I thought there was going to be a revolutionary changes. Hopefully next time. No, I never thought that was going to happen. I mean, it's like I said straight out. It's the All Valley Under 18 tournament. Mary Mauser versus Samantha LaRusso. Okay. The ending shocked me. It definitely. Kenny, best character. Anthony, worse. Lapusso. Yeah, they had some good insults. Samantha made progress. Yeah. I think him having Hawk tattoo now symbolizes that Eli will forever have a little Hawk with him. Taking a shot earlier would have been like having him call back to Hawk. Yeah, Geo the nerd, I kind of agree. I get that. Did the final scene with Robbie and Johnny mean Robbie is quitting Cobra Kai? I do think so. You know, I said all along, Robbie will always be Robbie, even if he's in Cobra Kai. I thought that would actually take him to winning the tournament. So this is how sometimes you can get a prediction wrong, but in the right way. So like I said Robbie would never stop being Robbie, and he did some bad things. You know, he took off Hawk's mohawk, but in the end he was still Robbie. He didn't like what was happening to Kenny. You know, his hesitation when he saw Kenny actually cost him the tournament. He probably could have won. So, you know, like Robbie was still Robbie, except instead of it helping him win the tournament, it ended up costing him the tournament. and I kind of feel bad because Robbie's now the 2-time second place finisher, 2-time runner up. Silver screwing over Kreese was so Dallas. Karate soap opera indeed. Yes, Dallas. Very old show. Never really saw it. I'm only kind of vaguely aware of it. But yeah, soap opera stuff. For sure. I think season 5 will be the last. No, they're definitely hoping for more. The extra bits from flashbacks from Kreese choking Johnny. Yeah, I do think they had an alternate shot in there. From Karate Kid 2. I think they had an alternate shot in there. Which was nice. Robbie is a legit character? Yeah, I mean, I agree. But, Robbie, Kyler. Kreese meets Mike Barnes and Judy team up in the All Valley with Apollo. Will Hawk stay Miyagi-Do in season 5? Yes. I think Daniel with Chosen is going to expand. So Terry Silver wants to expand Cobra Kai, but I think Daniel is going to expand Miyagi-Do. So I think you're going to get it on both sides. So I think that's what's going to happen. And that's why he's got Chosen there with him. Do you think Jay Kisses? Do you think Champion will release the Cobra Kai outfits they wore in this season? It was actually nice warm up gear. Yeah, I think they do. And I mean, I know John Hurwitz had said there was a partnership with Championship, and I think they may release that stuff. Obviously, it was nice enough. It got Piper. I mean, Piper joined Cobra Kai solely for the swag. So. Definitely, it got Piper. Yeah, I agree. It was cool stuff. Like, they looked great, everything. So, Jonah, the amount of flashbacks from earlier parts of the show made the tone feel like the story was ending. In a bit, but they've always used flashbacks, so it's not ending. Surprised they said fuck. Yeah, actually when he said I'm going to win this fucking thing, that was like the first clue. Holy shit, maybe he'll win. But they use that word, just so you know, Prime Content. They use it once a season. They try to use it anymore and the show gets a higher rating, but they use it once a season. And actually when Eli-Hawk, when Hawk said that, it was like, oh shit, is he going to win? Like, that was your first moment. That was like, is he going to win? Like, because he said it was such conviction. Maybe Kreese gets jumped in jail, can't strike first because there's too many of them, but he stays on defense and takes them out with concentration and realizes his way isn't the only way. Maybe. I actually now have a theory about Kreese in jail. We'll get to it, when we talk about season 5. We'll get to season 5. Do you think Kyler will get kicked out of Cobra Kai? No, I don't think so. Watch Party fan page. Do you think Tory is going to tell anyone about Terry paying the ref? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, because I don't think she would want to taint her own win. There may be a moment where she tells Sam, even depending on how that goes. But Kreese in jail will be interesting. Hope they have scenes in there with him there like Robbie. Maybe. What's going to happen to Eagle Fang while Johnny is away? I think Eagle Fang is going to close up. And it's kind of sad that Eagle Fang won nothing. Although admittedly, even I thought that was probably going to be the case, although in a different scenario. You know, it is kind of sad. You know, it was all hinging on Miguel, and then Miguel didn't come back to compete. And that is, you know, it is kind of sad. Because I am a Miguel fan. I enjoyed this fight between the senseis. Why does Miguel want to see his father? I mean, I guess he feels like he needs some closure or just some knowledge about his own backstory that, you know, Johnny alone can't be his surrogate father, at least until he knows who his father is or was. You think Tori's mom will die in season 5 and Amanda will take her and her brother, and be in that arc? Yeah, definitely her mom is not doing well. I had speculated she may die in season 4. It's something I had thought, and you get the impression that she may die soon at any point. She's not gone yet, but that definitely could be something that happens in season 5. Let's see, that's Tory and her crazy loser aunt. Sam was such a bully. She needs to humble herself. In a fashion, it didn't go as far as you wanted. Her look there is kind of fun, though. Tristan Mills, what do you think of Sam's this season? She kind of had an interesting arc, and I like her kind of exploring her other sides of her, you know, her parents, you know, letting her feelings out at Tory a little bit like this. I actually like that, even though it's kind of a shitty thing. It's kind of a shitty thing to do, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch, you know, people let their emotions out. What struck me as weird is, you know, Sam agrees to have Tory come back to school, and then Sam, you know, as part of her own little thing where she's like, I got you, you know, it was kind of like an I own your ass moment. Like, I own your ass. But then nothing really came of that. So it was just like, it was a really interesting scene. And then it just kind of went away. Like, it was never came up again. So Sam's like, I own your ass, and then nothing happened. Silver can buy lawyers for Tory to have custody. Maybe. Actually, come to think of it, now I think Tory may confront Silver about the refs at some point. You know, and Silver will say something like, in the end, you still won. You beat her. You know, which is true. So... I think Tory will confront Silver about that. Peter, I thought season 3 was the worst season. Yes, I would agree. I mean, I think 4 is better than 2, so I think it's 1, 4, 2, 3. Let's see, where are we? Daniel teased Mike Barnes, maybe. Will Eagle Fang be shut? Yeah, I definitely think Eagle Fang is closing up. And I think Johnny's going after Miguel. Thenora, if Silver's bribe comes to light, Could they use that to invite the recently aged out main cast teens to come back as a redo? No, I don't think there would be a redo like that. So no. Tory with a Y. Whoops. Yeah. Sam would have won. Story arcs were rushed because new people were added. Tory needed the win for her arc. Yeah. Yeah, and as I said, going into this season, I kept thinking Tory would win, but I was always worried, like, would Sam feel some sort of sympathy and throw the fight for Tory, or have it be otherwise tainted? And it was a little bit. So it's kind of like Tory still has something to prove. Pete asks, did Robbie and Tory hook up in the car after they kissed? You'll just have to figure that out on your own, I guess. I mean, it cut away, so what do I know? Did you enjoy the relationship between Sam and Johnny? It was pretty good. It could have been a little bit more. But it had its moments, for sure. I liked more of the effect of it having on Sam as she's, kind of just exploring her new emotions, anger, however you want to put it. Rather than the scenes themselves. But, she jumped the building. She learned some kicks. So Miguel and Daniel had a cool relationship. They did. I was a little surprised when Daniel gave Miguel a headband. I didn't expect that, to be honest with you. Say welcome back, everyone. Didn't I say it? I think I said it at the beginning. Welcome back. Maybe it happened that was to give Tory a chance to do the right thing. I sure hope so. Yeah, although I don't know even what the right thing is now. You like that Hawk used some Cobra Kai? Yeah, he does. Hawk's got some Cobra Kai in him. Say welcome back, everyone. Yeah, Sam dipping her toes in the offensive side. Yeah, I generally liked the whole story for Sam. It was good for her. I mean, in a way, I wish there was a little bit more of it. But it was pretty good. Miguel learned more from Daniel than we think. Yeah, I definitely would agree. And sure, exactly what is the right thing, right? Does Sam know Miguel left? And yeah, that was something I was thinking. Like, Miguel actually left without even telling her, and that's the impression I get. And I think she will be hurt by that for sure. She's not going to take that well. Not that her parents took or her mom took it well either, but he may call her or something. But it is interesting that Sam left without even saying anything to Sam, or Sam left. Miguel left, and he didn't say anything to Johnny. He left a note for his mom, and then, obviously doesn't seem like he told Sam either. So I think Sam is going to be hurt by that. How much of a soft spot do you think Kreese has for Tory? From Mr. Mulligan. Maybe a little bit. He's definitely, he looks out for her. When he goes and confronts Amanda in the grocery store, it was kind of a good scene. It was better than I thought. It wasn't what I expected. I didn't know what to expect, and it turned out pretty good. He does at least look out for her. Oh, yeah, nice to see Johnny's 2-time All-Valley trophies recognized. Yes, that was, and it was from Daniel. he made sure. So Leader Ronan this season had better writers, better joke, and better dialogue. It actually had the same writers, and most of the writers in this season have been on board since season 1. Bob Dearden joined in season 3. Bob Dearden wrote the finale, and I think he wrote episode 5. I think. Happy 2022 watch party. Thank you, Pete. Yes, it is New Year's Eve, and we're doing a live stream talking Cobra Kai. Screw those celebrations and pomp and circumstance and whatever. Let's just talk Cobra Kai. Technically, Miyagi-Do won. Maybe. I mean, it would be a different fight if it had gone differently, but that's the problem. Tory gets a win. She gets a slightly tainted win. Amanda sending Tory a handout was a real patronizing move. In a fashion, yeah. It didn't even say anything or something, just like left it there. It was kind of like a weird move in a fashion. Stephanie Mills, they're not going to have a $10,000 prize for the under 18 karate tournament. What characters will they fade out? I don't know. Watch party. To be honest, I didn't like when Stingray returned. He was better in season 2. Yeah. A little bit. I mean, I was expecting him to return. It wasn't exactly how I thought. And he actually played a more crucial role with the finale and everything than I expected. So, but it's cool that he had the house for the party at the prom fight. Oh my God. Did you see Daniel Chosen and Johnny working together? I don't know if Johnny is in that group, Robert Crugen, but Daniel and Chosen, I strongly suspected. Season 5 is going to be, season 5, Cobra Kai is expanding bigger than ever. And it's balanced with Miyagi-Do expanding. And it's going to be Daniel and Chosen. And they're going to get more. So Miyagi-Do expands as Cobra Kai expands. Do you like the flashback between Kreese and Silver getting their same tattoo? I did. I don't think Silver had the tattoo in Karate Kid 3 though. I'd have to look back because he had got it on his rib cage or something, but he was shirtless in Karate Kid 3 and I don't think he had it. So did he get it taken off earlier? I was a little confused. And the way the scene was shot, it looked like, it's supposed to look like the 70s. I get it. But it looked like a rendition of the 70s, an over-the-top rendition of the 70s. And I don't know how else to say that. It had a slightly odd feel to it. Like you're watching a movie rendition of the 70s, like, if that makes sense. But definitely something I thought we were going to be getting. You predicted Hawk getting his haircut? I did. Definitely that more or less went how I thought it would. I said in another video where I mentioned, Miyagi-Do needs a male champion, a guy fighter, because it has Sam. And that ended up being the reason. So yeah. Mike Barnes is coming back. It seems like it. Great season overall. I think the All Valley fights were a major letdown though. The only good one was Eli versus Robbie. Still a little disappointed. I do think the 2 championship matches were pretty good. I liked Sam versus Tory too. But I do feel like and I said this earlier in the stream, as good as the All Valley, it was bigger than ever before, but weirdly it felt smaller. and it's kind of awkward. Like it just the matches, the prelim rounds, everything felt smaller somehow. Is Moon back with Hawk now? You know, I hope so. I mean, I took it as, Moon, gave Hawk a kiss there, and then he went on and win. So that'll motivate anyone. So I think Moon is back with Hawk. How do you feel about Eli beating Robbie? I am a Hawk fan, so I really liked it. In that sense, but I kind of wanted Robbie to win something. It's a little, there was a lot of disappointment on the way to Hawk winning. I like Hawk winning because I am a Hawk fan, but there's a lot of disappointment. Miguel choosing not to compete is kind of a downer. I just don't see it any other way, because, I am a Miguel fan and I wanted Miguel to win just as a fan, not as a prediction or theory. Just as a fan, I loved Miguel and wanted him to have his comeback, and him choosing not to fight is kind of a downer. And you kind of wanted Robbie to have his moment. And so what happened is something that I predicted, in that Robbie will always be Robbie. Robbie will always be Cobra Kai. Robbie will always be a good kid. And I thought he was going to win the tournament via that means. It actually ended up costing him to lose the tournament, where, he saw Kenny and just had a moment of hesitation. So it's like, it's one of those weird things. Like I got the context right. Robbie is still Robbie. Robbie's still a good kid, but it led to the opposite result. I thought Robbie being a good kid would help him win the tournament, and it ended up being Robbie being a good kid is what caused him to lose the tournament. So that's something I got wrong. Like you get something right, but it led to the opposite of what you thought it would. Hated the scene where they shaved Hawk's mohawk. It is brutal. Yeah, it is very gruesome in a way. Yeah. Aisha's scene was great. Wish she was still part of the cast. It was unexpected, like I said. It kind of had the opposite effect. Like I said, Aisha and Sam, Aisha is telling the story of all the good, she learned from Johnny. And there's the new kid, it's a Yasmin-like girl, but she kind of struck first and actually made friends with the kid. And then Sam kind of took that and instead went to Tory, and it was like an I own your ass sort of thing. Sam lets Tory come back to school, but it's so she can control her. Which is, so it had the opposite effect of like what Aisha was saying. It's kind of awkward because it has the opposite effect of Aisha. And then Sam is just like, I own your ass to Tory. But then the show just dropped it. There was never a follow-up scene where Sam proceeded to own her ass at school. Like Sam was controlling Tory. There was never a follow-up scene. And it was actually a little disappointing because it's like the show has this really surprising moment. I didn't even get it the first time. I actually paused the show and rewound and watched it again, because what happens is Sam says to her dad, I've been thinking we should do this. She's very good. And then it cuts to Tory coming back to school the first time, and Sam's there. And then Sam's all like, I don't know what sob story you told them, but I'm not going to do that. Blah, blah, blah. I have to watch it again. I only saw it once, but it had the impact of an I own your ass sort of thing. But then the show dropped it. It didn't come back again. So whatever. I would have been actually interesting. You think oh, Sam's a bully or something, but I just like the drama. It would have been interesting to see how that actually plays out at the school. How is Sam owning her ass at the school? I would have liked to see how that plays out, but we didn't get that. That didn't happen. You know, the show dropped it. So it was almost a little bit of disappointment because like we didn't actually see how it was going to play out. I love Kreese showed some humanity, especially with that scene with him and Johnny. It did seem like that. I'm going to have to just watch it again and think about it. You know, there's a lot of like reversals going on where like, I like this. There's a lot of like reversals going on where like it starts off where Silver's like, we got to be smart. We just got to focus on winning the All Valley. And Kreese is like, no, we don't back down from a fight. Cobra Kai. And then when you get to the end, Silver is all like, don't worry. The ref isn't going to disqualify you for the elbow to the eye, you know, and Silver's all like, no mercy. And Kreese is just like, you do it for you. So it was an interesting reversal, like, for both Kreese and Terry Silver. Do you think Miguel and Sam's relationship will last? Well, it's a little rocky, and I think Miguel leaving for Mexico, presumably without telling her, is going to be really hard on her. You know, I mean, Miguel, I get what he left to go find his father, but you know, he needed to tell people. Like just taking off like that is going to hurt. It hurt his mom, his grandma, Johnny, and it's going to hurt Sam too. And I don't think she'll be happy, you know, that he took off, at least just without telling her. Maybe she's fine with him going and finding this out, but like, you know, tell me, right? Like you gotta have communication, people. In a relationship, you gotta have communication. So Miguel taking off like that without telling anyone is probably not the best thing. Jay Kisses. Do you think Sam will understand why Miguel had to leave, or do you think she'll see it as a sob story, make it about her? I don't think she'll see it as a sob story. Yeah, like I just said. I mean, I think she understands, but the fact that he left presumably without telling her, as well as, you know, his mom, is going to be hurtful. That's going to hurt her. At Zills, I agree with your point about letdowns, but they were everywhere this season. I feel like the training seasons were better than the tournament itself. At Zill, yeah, so I would agree. I absolutely loved this season. Where is it? I loved the first half of the season. I was enjoying it so much. Like every minute, this stuff I really enjoyed. I was in with the characters. I was connecting it. It was hitting on every level for me. It was the best since season one. Like I felt the same I felt in season one when this show was just amazingly drawing me in. You know, as we got to the second half of the season and they're putting the plot points in place to get to the finale, things felt a little bit more forced. You know, I mean, like the weakest, as I said, this whole Devon thing, it's like, it's played for comedy. It was weak. It was very shallow. Like, I didn't even like this. Like, we get this scene here of Devon with this guy and Johnny's up in the stands, you know, and he's like, oh yeah, she's the one or something. And then it just, the next time we see her, she's walking into the dojo. We didn't even get the scene of like him coming up to her to convince her. Like, it's just assumed. But we got the scene of Johnny coming to convince Piper. And then we had that whole thing. And then Piper just goes to Cobra Kai. It's just like, it's a little frustrating because it's like, I mean, you could say it's subverting expectations in a way, kind of like it felt like the rug's being pulled out from underneath. You know, Piper just goes to Cobra Kai because they have cool swag, right? And then just Devon is so shallow. It's just the writing was shallow. It's played for laughs. It's comedy. She comes in, she just shows up at the dojo. Okay. You know, Johnny's like, okay, Devon, yeah, she's the one. But we don't see him approach her. She just comes to the dojo. And then she's like training and like kicking the guys in the balls. And it's played for humor. and it's fine. It's funny, but like as for a character and for the depth we're so used to, it definitely fell off. Yeah, Mark we're great. Then it fell off a cliff. This was episode 6, so but it was like the humor's there, but like the story and depth was started to fall. As they're putting the plot in place. It wasn't all bad, of course. I mean, I actually genuinely liked the prom stuff. I do like Robbie and Tory. And so I liked all the prom stuff. And I've said, people say Watch Party gets everything right. That's wrong. I do get predictions wrong. I said it's absolutely ridiculous to think she would ever fight in this dress. Like I said, come on, guys, get real. She's not fighting in this dress. He's not fighting. They're not going to fight. Sam's not going to fight in her dress. Like, get real. You don't go fighting in a dress. I was dead wrong. You can say Watch Party was dead wrong. Oh, God. I was dead wrong. I was like, oh, come on. They can't fight in that dress. Get real. Oh, my God. See, how am I wrong about that? Oh, God. Yeah, I was dead wrong. But overall, I did actually enjoy it. So I did enjoy, like, the prom stuff. It wasn't all a waste. Miguel's dad is Castro? No, I don't think so. Robbie and Tory did it in Silver's car. Well, they had to make the time worth it, I guess. Is Miguel still considered a Karate Kid for this series? Well, maybe it's Hawk. That is a beautiful. I mean, like I said, I'm a Hawk fan, so. I'm really happy for Hawk. But Miguel's character has taken a backseat. In a fashion. Like I said, it's disheartening that he didn't compete. Because you want him to compete for himself. But he didn't compete because of Johnny. And that's very disheartening. But we'll see. Mike Barnes season 5, maybe. Do you think Miguel will find his father? Yes, I do. Think Chosen can beat Terry Silver? Interesting question. I don't generally do. I mean, I don't do those like fan theory matchup fights just because I know fans love them and I should do them, but I have never really done them. But I think I may have to start because what we're going to start getting in season 5 and going ahead, who knows? So maybe we're going to do some fan theory matchups here. Mark, I did like that they finally called Johnny 2-time champ. Yeah. Always make a big deal about Daniel, but never mention Johnny. Yeah, that was a great moment. Tell us your thoughts on season 5. I haven't seen season 5, so I can't tell you. Wonder if they'll introduce new characters since Terry's opening more dojos. Yes. And Terry had the line, I'll find some senseis or something. I think that's your clue to Mike Barnes. He even said, I'll find some senseis, to teach Cobra Kai. Jay kisses. You would have preferred to see them kiss during the slow dance. More tension and chemistry in the car. I kind of agree. Like it felt like the moment was there. Hey, Zach Robinson. Thank you for coming in, Zach. Your Karate Time video wasn't far off. Huh? Yeah. It definitely, getting the feel of like when Cobra Kai is there and when Miyagi-Do's there and, the Eagle Fang. Definitely, it was a great montage, Zach. Thank you for coming in. Really loved that. Um, it was a lot of fun. It was a great montage. The music overall, once again, you just nailed the music. I'm just looking forward to the past year. You should know, like whenever I was driving in the car, I would just play season 3 soundtrack on my phone and just stream it. It was like my most listened, and now I'm going to be doing that again with season 4. Pretty amazing. Yeah, Karate Time was great. So yeah, really amazing. Thank you, Zach, for that. Thank you. It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you, man. Yeah, definitely great. Crazy to score. Yeah, it was so crazy. It's cutting between like the dojos, their training, and then they have their entrances, and you're playing it back and forth between them, and ooh, that was a great montage. Every part of it, obviously, the way it's shot, the way it's edited, and the music is just pushing it. It was so great. Maybe the best montage of the season. So yeah, definitely. Thank you. So much fun. Right. Yeah. Really love the soundtrack. Yeah. The music is just nailing it every time. Something that always kind of is interesting to me is like when Hawk is fighting, I think somewhere in this fight, you played, the song is like, it's like Quiver is playing, right? And so I always associate Quiver. That's when Hawk, for people who remember in season 1, when Hawk first flipped the script and came in, that's where we got Quiver. But like Quiver always seemed like it was the Cobra Kai theme song, but like it's like sort of almost become like the Hawk theme song instead, or like the Quiver song is playing here, like when Hawk's fighting Robbie, even though you would think that the Quiver theme or whatever, the music you would associate that with Cobra Kai, but instead it seems to get more associated with Hawk instead. I'm curious, and it was the same way in season 3 when Hawk switched sides and joined up with Dimitri in the house fight. It's like the Quiver song, the guitar going. So I guess, it's the idea that song is no longer the Cobra Kai theme. Is it like the Hawk theme or? Yeah, it's Hawk's song. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Quiver, but it seems like it's become more like instead Hawk's theme. Although Hawk had his own song, Hawk's Prey or whatever, like I'm not good with music. It's the Flip the Script song. It kind of is, yeah. We should almost rename it the Flip the Script song. Quiver's turned into a catch-all for the Cobra Kai dojo. Yeah, or just, the show. It's definitely, it's such a great song. But it's not associated necessarily like with Cobra Kai winning. It's like associated with the badass moments in the show. It's like when you need something badass, you resort to Quiver is kind of how it works. So it's like the badass thing. Watch Party You Rock. Thank you. So definitely though, loved the music. Looking forward. Is the full album out yet, Zach? Or does it come out soon? It's kind of an overall dojo theme, but since it originated with Hawk, we tend to come back to it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's kind of like being used as like a Hawk song. The dojo theme, but also like a Hawk specific song. Definitely like that. Yeah, it certainly works because it's great. It's such a badass music, badass song. I love it. It may be my favorite song. You'll hear it this season in a lot of places without Hawk, for sure. Okay, great. Yeah, for sure. Great. Definitely. Hawk fans are rejoicing today everywhere. Yeah, definitely. Just great music. Looking forward. Yeah. And like Zach, definitely looking forward to just listening to the season 4. Not yet. Details this week will come out soon. Okay. Good to know. You know what? We'll so that I'll pin this one. So the album is not out yet. It's coming very soon. We're going to get the details this coming week. So I'm certainly looking forward to it. I got my YouTube Premium. I just stream it. So I'm looking forward to listening to it. Zach, what did you think of Carrie Underwood? Like when you saw that, oh, they got Carrie Underwood. Like, what was your impression? It was definitely a surprise. Some people were like, I don't know if I like Carrie Underwood, or felt a little over the top, but like, it was definitely a surprise. And for me, it was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Partially, I like how Ron, I like Matt Lewis and Ron, like arranged. It was like just a fun moment for Ron. He got Carrie Underwood. So it was kind of curious. Like, also, I wonder if Carrie Underwood was like their first choice or something. William Zaka says season 5 is his favorite. Cool. Pete, you were annoyed with Anthony this season. Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of, he was meant to be annoying. He's not acting very upstanding kid. Carrie Underwood was so random. Yeah, it definitely, I would agree. It is kind of random. Best indicator of the Netflix era, right? Good answer. Yeah, definitely. The Netflix era. Flexing the Netflix muscle, I suppose. Definitely a lot of fun. Random, but a lot of fun. She is a fan of the show. She tweeted about it last season. Okay, good to know. I didn't know that. She's the best. Absolutely incredible singer, for sure. Yeah, thank you, Zach, for everything. Great music. Looking forward to the album. To come out soon. So the season 4 album is not out yet, but they'll be releasing the details within the week. So we'll get some more info, by next week, and then we'll have the album, stream it, whatever, be on all the streaming. I myself have YouTube Premium, which includes, music streaming. So I just load up the album and I play it whenever I drive anywhere. What do you think will happen with Robbie and Kenny? Very good question. Robbie cares about Kenny. And I don't think he'll give up on Kenny. But I don't know. I gotta think about it. Zach Robbins, we're thrilled we all enjoyed it. Did you have a favorite score part on first watch? Oh boy. So definitely some of the All Valley. I'm not like the biggest music guy. It takes me a while to like absorb music. I do think like the music here when the girls were fighting was really good. The music in episode 1, when Robbie's fighting them in the dojo, was also good. It was like a completely new sound, I think, in episode 1 when Robbie was fighting in the dojo. Where else? Let's see. I do think it was, I liked this whole scene in 5, Daniel and Johnny. So this moment was good. This whole fight, I think that everything was being carried through very well. I'll have to get back to you for more detail, like when I watch more times, and then I can also hear the album specifically. But like I remember specifically thinking it was good. It was good when the girls were fighting, and the episode 1 was like a new sound or something when Robbie's and he's knocking them all out in the dojo. Girls tournament is one of my favorites. Yeah, definitely. Is Zach, is that the part with the drums you were talking about? I know you tweeted about like a drum section that you really, really loved. Was it this one or was it something else? What was the drums section you really, really loved? As a guy who played drums in high school, I should know it better, but music still isn't one of my strongest, even though I did do percussion back in high school. That's my music knowledge. It was in percussion. So yeah, Riley, the Johnny Daniel fight was was really fun. I kind of liked everything about it. The Johnny Daniel fight, one of my absolute, yeah, okay. And I had mentioned that I can't remember the specifics of how it went, but like I thought everything about it was so good, and it definitely included the music. So I was thinking that I'll pay more attention to the track when I watch it again, and I'll be listening to it when the album comes out for sure. Because I do remember this was very well done. Like everything about it, the way it was shot, the way it was edited, and the music was great too. So yeah, you'll hear on the album. Yeah, looking forward to it, Zach. Looking forward to it a lot. Thank you very much. So yeah, I did, in like Riley, you asked, I really enjoyed this. Everything about it. It had like a mix of like a little bit of humor in the writing, and and then it had like intensity and everything. So like everything about it was really good. Dude, you mentioned in response to that tweet, based on what I had tweeted, that it was episode 5, and you were right. Unbelievable. Okay. I probably did. I actually forgot I tweeted that, but now once you just said that, I'm like, oh gee. I think I calculated it based on where I suspected you were in the season, because I know you more or less score in order for the most part, and I think I was making an educated guess based on where I suspected you would be in the process. So yeah. So yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you. I like that you remembered. I'm gonna dig that up. It was great. Thank you for that. Yes, I've gotten a reputation for being able to call things like that. This scene and this sequence, I loved all of it. I loved episode 5, like I said, and I loved this fight. Everything about it was hitting. So, which definitely included the score. Mark says Johnny won that match. Yeah, in a way. You did. It was very impressive. Very good. Thank you, Zach. Thank you for that. As far as this scene, something I really liked is when Daniel was doing the pressure points on Johnny, but he took him out anyway. I have to head out. This was fun. Bye, everyone. Yes, thank you, Zach. Thank you for everything you did on the show. The season was amazing. The soundtrack is amazing. Definitely seriously looking forward to the full album. Happy New Year, and looking forward to what you guys cook up for season 5. So thank you very much, Zach. Zach Robinson, everyone, give him a hand. He and Leo Bierenberg are the co-composers on the series. They do the music. They develop the sound, more or less themselves with what the big 3 wanted. And it's some really great stuff. And if you've never listened to the albums, just find, if you have any like streaming, your Spotify or whatever, you can find the Cobra Kai album, the sound, and just like play it. Like it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Like I'm almost all year long, I just listened to the season 3 soundtrack, the album. It's really good. So I recommend people do that. Yeah, thank you. Amazing score. It is. It is. It really was an amazing score. Blink Stay Fresh, the favorite fight in season 4, the hockey fight. I agree. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I just really liked that episode. Like I said, especially the first half of the season, I was loving absolutely every minute of it. Absolutely every minute of especially the first half. Robbie and Johnny's moment at the end was really good. I agree. Cobra Kai wins, but Terry paid the rest. Yeah, it's a little just disheartening because especially Tory, I didn't want Tory to have a tainted win, and this is something I never even talked about in a video because sometimes I just don't say things because I just don't want to say it. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, something that I was thinking is I just didn't want Tory to have like a tainted win or like a not full win. If Tory won, I really wanted her to win. It's not that she didn't fight hard and she did score 3 points. It wasn't like the ref completely threw the whole thing. Tory had it in her, but like it slightly taints it. It slightly taints it. I think the acting this season was the strongest so far. I would agree, Riley. I especially loved Martin Cove. I especially loved Thomasine Griffith. But it was great top to bottom. I would absolutely agree with that, Riley. I loved Daniel doing Eagle Fang. He killed it. Yeah. Yeah, he really did. I like I said, I just really enjoyed that so much. It was really, really good. Miguel and Tori were checking each other out at prom. Interesting thing. Yeah. Certainly Sam felt so. Was that why you're looking at her all night long? I don't know if Miguel, I think Miguel is dedicated to Sam, but, Tori was obviously being a little bit loud with her choice of dress. So, Sam had a little bit of jealousy and anger, but, yeah, it was a crazy moment. Kenny was good when he was in there. His acting got bad when he joined Cobra Kai. I'll watch it again, but I didn't like pick up on that. I did like Kenny from the very beginning. Like I liked the way they introduced the character. I liked so much about it. And as I said a few times now in this stream, Kenny, what did he do? Some of the bullying scenes where they're picking and laughing, I felt very, very forced. I thought it was very forced. Like the whole bus is laughing at him because he was dancing. I thought that was just, it felt very forced. Like I wasn't buying it, even if he is the new kid. Every scene with Terry Silver had me enthralled. Same with Kreese. I really thought Silver was going to poison Kreese with that wine. Yeah, I admit I thought it, but I knew it couldn't be true because he opened the bottle there, so we saw that. But I agree, and I'm going to think about it. I got to think about it more and look at that. But the back and forth between Silver and Kreese was really, really good this year. There was a lot going on. There was stuff going on underneath. It's really interesting. Isn't this a blocking exercise? No. Do you think Robbie is teaming up with Johnny to find Miguel? Yes. On some level, yes. Robbie and Tori in the car was the hottest scene. They would probably agree with you, I guess. So let's see here. We'll go about 5 more minutes, maybe. We'll get to 2 hours. Let's see. One plot hole that bothered me is how did Sean know that Robbie was at Cobra Kai? Presumably, Robbie must have talked to Sean about John Kreese there, in juvie. Unfortunately, like there was like a 2-episode gap without Robbie in season 3. And so presumably it happened all during then. Do you think Robbie is teaming up with Johnny to find Miguel? Yeah. We'll get to season 5. It didn't help that no one dances that nerdly, yeah. He's crying when Miguel left to Mexico. It was a little surprising. Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. Kind of sudden for him. It felt sudden, and I just feel like he needed to tell people to go. He was going. I think he left. He didn't tell his mom. Presumably he didn't tell Sam. I think she's going to take that hard. As we look forward to season 5, I don't think she will be happy that he just up and left. She'll be hurt and probably angry. So we'll see how it goes. Jay Kisses, what do you think of Tory working at the kids' party? It was fun. It was a little awkward, like in the sense where, and this was intended. It was literally a line of dialogue right in there. She's like, my boss is kind of a creep. And it was kind of a creep. Like they're like wearing kind of like weird clothes, not appropriate for like a kid's place. So it was kind of weird. But then, kind of Sam rubbing it in on her, and it was a good scene for sure. What do you expect from season 5? Oh, I don't know. I'll get to it, but expect everything to get bigger. Cobra Kai is going to expand. Miyagi-Do is going to expand. So it's just getting bigger. Have Sam's scars from Tory gone away? No, definitely not the physical ones. Those are probably going to be permanent. And, Amanda even said that. Can you do them? Will we have a season 5? Yes. Season 5 has already been shot. They're in post-production. I thought she was a stripper. No, well, it wasn't like that, but it, it was intended for it to be very awkward or uncomfortable. That was obviously intended in sort of the way it's written. It's impressive how Johnny countered Daniel's pressure point attack. Yeah, I love that moment for Johnny. Like, I'm a Johnny fan, and I love that. And he's just like, screw it. He one leg was out or something, and he just took his other leg and brought Daniel down and used the other half of his body. And that was great. Like, I love that was a great Johnny moment. Ben Matella, Julia Machio was awesome. Yeah, as I said, I don't have a picture here to put her up. I actually felt stupid. I didn't realize it was her until I saw her name in the credits. I was like, oh shit, that was Julie Machio. Like, and then like thinking back, like, oh yeah, I get it. And I'm certain she had a lot of fun. You could tell. Like, I was thinking, like, man, whoever's playing this is enjoying this. Like, you can tell when an actor is absolutely loving like what they're doing sometimes. Like, and she was loving that scene, as a performer. Watch Party fan page. Yes, take care. The stream, I'm probably going to be ending the stream. We're coming up on 2 hours now. It's just long. Just talk. Maybe I'll do another one. I do want to get a season review for you guys. I may want to watch the season front to back again. New Year's, who the heck cares about that? Yeah, we got Cobra Kai. I do want to get some videos out for you guys. As I said, I mean, I had some technical problems here in the beginning, but definitely looking forward to getting stuff out for you. I do want to get, a review. And it's like some things I said, like every season since season 2 for sure. Season 2, season 3, season 4 now. Like when I get to the end, those last few episodes, it's so intense and so deep. It's like it's going to take me a while just to process it. Like you got to process what you just saw. You got to process it. You got to think it through until you can reach something to say. I think I'll get there faster than I got for season 3. It took me a while for season 3. I think I'll get there, but like I got to process it. But I do want to get some videos out because I know you guys want videos. I thank you all for being subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. By all means, please, hit the subscribe button. You can also join. You can join as a channel member. We're going to do a live stream with the channel members. But and I know you guys love those videos. You love the breakdowns. I've gotten a lot of wonderful messages and comments, how much you enjoy it and stuff. And I want to put it out there for you guys too. So is it Johnny's fault for Miguel's leaving? Well, I'm not going to use the word fault, but I do think, Johnny, helped, or, Miguel realized there's this part of him he needs to explore. And it was because of Johnny, Miguel realized he has to do this. So I don't know if I use the word fault, but definitely Johnny was instrumental in Miguel making that decision. Oh, we've gone 2 hours. I think Johnny loves Miguel. It's sad that he called him Robbie, but I think he was, yeah. Oh boy. What a moment. What a scene. He wanted to be there. It was a well-acted. Yeah. It was. Jay Kisses. Can't wait your reviews, breakdown, analysis of this season and next season. Yes, Jay Kisses. Thank you for being a loyal subscriber. Yeah, she was. Sam was surprised when Tory asked if she was okay. It was a good moment, but then she got pulled away. I'm really hopeful for these two, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Kenny was a sweet kid. Yeah, that was a hard scene when, Anthony comes and tries to very genuinely like make amends and go right. But Kenny's now gone Cobra Kai, that was hard. Maybe do an episode at a time breakdown so you can do 10 videos. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Definitely people have reacted well to the episode 1 breakdown, but I think I'm going to get a review. I got to decide. I never did it before, but maybe we can try it. A season ranking video. Maybe I'll certainly include that in. I'll get some sort of season 4 review, or So, DeMarcus, who is Miguel's father? We don't know, but Miguel's father doesn't know he's a father. That was an interesting tidbit, which I didn't know. I did actually think Miguel's father knew Carmen was pregnant, so that was something I didn't know. I thought he knew he had a son, or at least a kid. I'm surprised to see myself like Sam for the first time. We'll see. What do you think about when Robbie lost focus when fighting AI? Yeah. Robbie is a good kid. He saw the effect it was having on Kenny, and it ended up costing him the match. Robbie has always been a good kid. So, and that's something I predicted. I said Robbie will always be Robbie. He won't be like evil Cobra Kai. Robbie will always be Robbie. I actually thought Robbie was going to win the tournament because Robbie was still Robbie. he ended up losing because he was still Robbie. So this is a weird situation where, in a way, what I said was actually completely correct. Robbie was always a good kid. Robbie will always be Robbie, but it led to the wrong prediction. Like, I thought he would win because of that. He ended up losing because of that. So that's sort of a weird way to look at it. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off 2 hours and 5 minutes. Great stream. Zach Robinson came in. Zach Robinson did let us know the season 4 album will be out soon. They're going to be releasing details in the next week. But thank you, everyone. Hawk wins. What can I say? Hawk wins. You got to admire him. I was always a big Hawk fan, so I'm definitely going to do it to it. I can't criticize it, but we'll get to it on the way. Season 4 review. I may do more streams. Maybe I'll do a stream every day just for a little while, just because I know people want to come in. People just want to talk. So maybe I'll just do a stream a day while I'm working on other videos. Thank you, everyone. Please, leave a like, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate every subscriber, and hit the join button. If you want to become a channel member, I'm going to do some special stuff with the channel members. Thank you. Let's rewatch the whole. Yeah, I agree. Okay.